what I'm going to do today is a hair up for you that I need you to practice because it is going to be part of your level 2. It involves quite a lot of tools. Okay, so we've got straightening irons out, we've got tongs out, and we've also got heated rollers. They should all be on, ready for your service prior to you beginning, making sure everything's nice and hot for you. And it is kind of setting the hair and dressing it into a hair up. So it is quite technical. So if you want to kind of all gather closer to me so that you can see what's going on. Right in, yeah. First thing that I'm going to want to do, because everything's timed, you only get 45 minutes for your hair up. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to put in some heated rollers. Now the heated rollers have not got to be very exact, like your sectioning doesn't need to be immaculate, because the heated rollers that are going in are just kind of going in to create a bit of volume, maybe a little bit of curl, but just making sure that they are hot and putting the correct pins in. Just randomly picking up areas. So one of these boxes of heated rollers does a whole head, but if you did it immaculately like you would do like a channel set or a brick set, then you're not going to have enough rollers. So it's kind of just picking up here, there and everywhere, just to create a bit of instant volume and a little bit of curl to the client's hair. Now when do we take out heated rollers? When they're cold, yeah? So there's no 30-minute wait. As soon as they're cold, you can take them out because it's not going to do anything else. Only them two in. And I would probably say that's about it. So to obviously do this on a client, they do need to have longish hair. And I will just leave them in to cool down while I'm going to concentrate on my next section, which is my vertical roll. Now, your vertical roll, the most important thing with a vertical roll is the back combing. Making sure that you're all back combing correctly. Holding the section of the hair, brush it through first of all, make sure there's no knots, and then going the opposite way, maximum 3 times. Holding it really loose and just creating that bulk area there. A little bit of mist. Do not get too close with your hairspray or it creates wetness, which isn't good. So yet again, a bit of back combing. Now it should be getting a bit bigger now. And it might look like a haystack, but that doesn't matter because we're going to smooth over. But the back combing supports the hairstyle and it holds all the pins in as well. There we go. So it's nice and big, nice and messy. It needs to be this big before you start. If it isn't this big, then you're not going to create the look that you want. And clients do panic when they see their hair looking like this. But as long as you're not back combing too much and not damaging the hair, if you do it too much, all the cuticle scales that should be overlapping like that starts to stick up, and that's where the breakage starts to happen. So it's really important that we look after the hair as we back comb. Ooh. Let's tighten this block up. Right, so using your pins, make sure that your pins match the client's hair colour that you've got to make them less visible. So just with the pins, as usual for your vertical roll, go up the back, crisscrossing in a straight line. So it's a crisscross effect from nape just up to crown, but the very last pin that you've got, put that going down. Like so, so it keeps in all the hair. So that's nice and smooth. Bringing this hair around now, making sure it's nice and smooth. Remember, once you've rolled, there's no going back, so smooth it into your hand. Spray it when necessary. Smooth it in. So it's nice and bulky in now. So all I'm going to do, as I'm right-handed, I'm going to do my roll round to the right. If you were left-handed, you would do it completely opposite way. So I'm holding it in my right hand, I tuck in the ends, and I just bring the roll around. Supporting it with my hand and putting in the clips. Just to support the roll and hold it into place. Now you can put as many clips in as you want to support your roll. However, I don't want to see any clips. They shouldn't be visible. Like so. Okay, so that's your vertical roll done. Make sure that's really nice. All nice and smooth. You can also use the back of your comb to tuck in them little loose bits that might spike up. By the time you've done that, these should be cool, yeah, or getting cooler. So once these are cold, we can start taking these out. And then we can create the style on top. Now you can do whatever you want with this style on top. However, you must incorporate tongs and straightening irons. Alright, so this is where you're going to get creative. The style that I'm going to do today will be pretty basic. However, it should look quite effective still. The style that you're going to do could be whatever. It could be the same, it could be something completely different. But you've also got to think of the occasion that this person's going to wear this outfit, you know, this style for. It's not going to be suitable for school, but it might be suitable for a prom or bridesmaids or wedding, whatever style that you want. Okay, so we've got a slight body in there, slight curl, which will help us now do whatever that we want with the hair. Okay, maybe I might want to tongs some bits just to emphasise the curl. Remember, go down right to the tips. Woo! Don't do that. And just create whatever you want with it. This side I can use my straightening irons, and maybe I might want to curl some bits with the straightening irons. So the heated rollers really gave the body on top. Not much curl because I used quite big rollers. If I wanted more curl, then I could use smaller rollers. I could even have this section out here dead straight. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. Just maybe a little kink at the bottom, and I could leave that out of the look completely. So with this top section, what are you going to create? It's whatever that you want to do. So let's think about this. I'll leave that little bit there. Maybe I can create some barrel curls. So putting a pin in first. And then creating some loops. As we go, you might want to create a quiff. You might want to create another roll. You could be really fancy, or you can keep it nice and elegant. You don't even have to curl everything, really. And just get used to handling hair and getting used to seeing how it bends. So we're creating some curls at the back. And you can continue creating more curls, or you can have a big sweep over, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to bend this round so that you can see how to possibly blend that into the back. Seeing some overall curls going on top. And then obviously looking in the mirror to making sure that whatever you do looks effective. And I've just left a little bit down here to soften it. Very basic. I could have gone a lot bigger than that. But you've got to create a style using a roll, heated rollers, tongs and straightening irons. Whatever you want to do. Alright, so it's quite a lot of tools to use, and give it a go, play around with it. Let's see how many different styles that we can create using that technique. However, think about your time as well. 45 minutes, that's all you've got. So when your heated rollers are in, you should be creating a look somewhere else, otherwise you're really going to run out of time waiting for these heated rollers to cool down. Alright, off you go.